What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run getting things done today. Hope you guys have been having a great day. I know I have. I've pretty much scratched off everything that I've needed to do today. It was pretty productive, so, I'm always happy about that. I hope you guys have had one productive day as well. Now, let's get into the topic at hand. And this Bow Wow, man, he got arrested in 2019. I know you guys remember, we all saw the mug shot because a lot of people were laughing about the mug shot. Him and his girlfriend got arrested. People believe that the two of them had been fighting and she kicked his butt. This was the narrative. People were laughing, making all types of jokes about it because in the mug shots, he had scratches on his face. She didn't. So yeah, it was a lot of fun for people that there was this domestic violence situation and his girlfriend has seemingly got the better of him. Skip forward to now, and the body cam footage has come out, and things are different now. The whole lens of that situation is different now that we've seen the body cam footage. We see the police there, they're talking with him, and he's explaining to them that she was just going crazy. He asked her to leave, she wouldn't leave, and she was attacking him. And he had marks on him. Right? Because that's what we saw in the body cam footage. He had marks on him. They asked him if he did anything to her. He said no. He hasn't put any marks on her. He has not touched her. He was like, you could look at her and see that he has not done anything to her. Well, they both got arrested. As we know, they both got arrested. So why is this such an interesting thing now? Well, here we have a guy that he has a woman that is out of control, being abusive, and he is exercising restraint. And we know that men have to exercise restraint when they're dealing with a woman like this because the woman is being all disrespectful and putting her hands on you, basically doing things that she'd never do with another woman. Women like this, they always choose to behave this way with men because they know they're protected. They would not act this way with another woman because they know with another woman they would have to fight her. The women that do this usually would get bopped by another woman. It's cowardly. Just like how people be like, oh, if you put your hands on a woman, you're no real man, yada yada, you wouldn't put your hands on another man. Well, that narrative also works for the women. Most cases, these women that do this with men, they would never fight another woman. They avoid confrontations with other women. They only want to boss up in a man's face because they know that the man, basically, his hands are tied behind his back. He can't really do much of anything. And the moment that he gets serious and gets tired of her nonsense and goes upside of his head or goes upside of her head, it now no longer matters what she did. He's screwed. So he has all to lose. She has very little to lose. And there you have it. This is a troubling thing because as the one woman who pointed this out, the queen of accountability, shout out to her. If it would have just been her with marks on her face, only Bow Wow would have been arrested. Here you have a situation where it's very clear the woman is the aggressor and the man has been on the receiving end of her nonsense, and they arrested both of them. This would not have happened if it were reversed. If she had marks, both of them would not have been arrested. Only he would have been arrested. Really, as a man, I've seen this to be the case. Men are expected to just basically put up with bad behavior at the hands of a woman. Oh, she can't hurt you. Oh, she can't do this. Oh, she can't do that. Well, you know, she may only be able to cause limited damage to him, but she can still scratch him up, which is what she did. You know, is she really gonna hurt him with her bare hands? No. I mean, she's not really gonna be able to hurt him all that much with her bare hands. But you know, chicks like that, they're never just gonna leave it with their bare hands. They shouldn't be putting their hands on you to begin with. But they're oftentimes gonna go trying to attack you with a knife or attack you with a bat or just something like that. And you are expected to just deal. You're not expected to defend yourself. With all this we equal talk, you're expected to just take whatever nonsense from a woman. And a lot of times it's perpetuated by respected voices. There was this episode of Dr. Phil. Now, I didn't see the episode. I just remember seeing the clip years ago. And it was a couple on there, and the wife was always putting her hands on the husband, always attacking him, being violent. She would use weapons. And Dr. Phil said to the man, you are not to hit her back under any circumstances. You go the other way. And Dr. Phil basically told him he doesn't care if she is coming at him with a weapon of any sort. You go the other way. Now, that's a problem. That is a huge problem, because what does that say? That teaches the woman that there will never be any consequences for this sort of behavior. You skip forward to now in the Bow Wow situation. He's still getting laughed at about that. If you look at, go to places like the Shade Room that cover it, the women in the comments are making fun of him. They still think it's funny. They're laughing at him. They was laughing at him then. They're laughing at him now. So you see what I mean? His reputation suffered irreparable damage. As a result of this, he's gonna always be known as the guy who girlfriend whooped him, beat him up, scratched him up, or whatever. It was a lose-lose for him. He either accepts what she was doing and he gets laughed at, or he gets tired and does something to her, and now he's in a ton of trouble. It just was a lose-lose situation for him. And that's oftentimes the case when it comes to men in domestic situations. If the woman is the aggressor, which women are the aggressor a lot of times. I know that's a narrative that people don't really want to accept, but a lot of these loud, aggressive, masculine acting women, they are the aggressor. They think because they, act a certain way or whatever, they want to be an alpha woman, that somehow translates into this man-like strength. So they be so quick to boss up in a guy's face and thinking that there's not going to be any sorts of consequences. This sort of stuff, it really does have to change. I don't know when it will, but it does have to change. I think the quickest way to make stuff like this change is just accountability. Stop catering to these women that behave badly. Stop facilitating their behavior. Stop giving them a slap on the wrist when they do this sort of stuff, because that's what it is. They don't fear any consequences. The men understand that all of the consequences are for them. That's why they hold their composure, because they know that they stand everything to lose. In some cases, the woman will be dead wrong and she'll flat out lie and say you did something to her anyway. But that's a whole different video, man, that I'll tackle at a different time. Let me know what you guys think about this with Bow Wow, man. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.